Hello, hello. I should get a countdown one of these days. Probably be good for anyone sitting in chat waiting for the stream to start. Trying to be a little bit more regular, have an actual set schedule now. Should be able to see that in my Twitch information area. Anyway, let's see. Oop. There I am. Let's get into it, shall we? No sea gear. So, let's see. Yesterday we made it to Nimbasa, did some of our wandering around. Some of the best music in the game. Hold on. Ack! Swallowed my water wrong. This is why water type's the worst type. I'd say don't at me, but do at me. I want the attention. Anyway, so we explored around Nimbasa a bit. Tried the battle subway. Promptly got defeated. Among other things, really need to get this guy the rest of his moves. Unfortunately, he's going to be stuck unevolved for a while, because I think he needs to be like level 48 or 58 in order to get Crunch, and I really want him to have that. But eventually he should be able, not even eventually, before long he should be able to get Dig and a rock type move, so looking forward to that. They'll probably have pretty good coverage of, see again, dark, rock, ground, and fighting, because I think he can also get a better fighting move. But for now, yep, just gonna wander around. I think I've checked out all the buildings I actually care to explore at the moment. I know I can battle in here and in here, but for now, check out the routes that we can access. You who like training and you who don't like training, let's train our Pokemon by giving them these. Oh. Macho Brace. Oh. So this is one of the EV training items. Well, that's great. I thought I couldn't, get any of those because I couldn't afford them in the battle subway, but I can get the Macho Brace. That'll be fine. I'm probably going to run off and do some EV training with that then, but not just yet. Let's see. A camper has been parked in Lost Lorn Forest on Route 16. Wonder how long it's been there. Oh, a camper is in a camper van, not a camper. But probably also a camper living inside the camper. Way leads to Route 16 and Marvelous Bridge. Route 16. There's a cap. Been a while since we've trained Peter. We'll put him up front for now. I'm patrolling. I'll check your strength, too. I'm an officer. It's my job to beat up random children. Out past your bedtime. Sir, it's like 4:30. You're out past your bedtime. Don't talk back to me. Don't give me a lip. Well, I'm intimidated. Apparently. Well, he dropped our our attack, so special attack. And it missed, of course. Ouchies. Let's try this again. Oof. Accuracy fell. Hopefully you'll miss. Nope. That hurts. Hopefully this just takes him down. There we go. Nice, nice. I accidentally hit A too fast, didn't see exactly my growths, but it should be pretty good. I want to check again. I was thinking of builds. What was Collie's ability again? Prankster, priority to a status move. So I mean, I already sort of knew this, but for some reason I thought, oh, I'll train in strength. But no, I'm going to train in defense, which I already have, and HP. I looked up a little bit more about EV training, and like, yeah, I'm not an expert by any means, but I have more of an idea of at least the basics now, so. I think the biggest threats to me in general are physical attackers. So I don't really think I need a special tank. So, because initially I was going to train Ollie as a physical tank, and then Lil as a special tank, but I think I'm going to go with Special Sweeper. I think that would make way more sense. Seems a little bit unnecessary to train her speed, because she already has what is it, chlorophyll or whatever, that makes her faster in sunlight, but that's actually really reliant on me actually being able to trigger sunlight, so yeah. Ting-a-ling-a-ling. A Pokemon battle at this speed. We're having a Pokemon battle on speed. Cyclist. Ducklet. HP. I didn't heal. My bad. Oh, right, Mega Drain. Wait, do I just have two? Oh, Leaf Tornado is physical, isn't it? Leaf Tornado is definitely physical. No wonder I didn't do as much damage as I thought to that Herdier. This is the move I should have used. Joy. Oh, you know what got me confused is I had them switched around. Before I learned these moves, I had my special attack in the top right and my physical in the bottom left. Yeah, so ew, return is not as strong as I thought it would be. Guess I haven't built the friendship up as high as I had hoped yet. Peter is an interesting one where he kind of excels a lot, so I haven't really been monitoring his EV training as closely as some others, because all the stats really kind of help him. I've been trying to avoid like some special stuff, but speed, defense, HP, attack are all pretty useful. And because in my starter, I had to fight a lot of things before I had an option anyway, so if we get any, like, if we ever get any berries that let me reduce EVs, I'll probably use them on him to get rid of some bad EVs. But, he'll be fine. If worse comes to worse, once we get to the post game, I think I'll be able to get a Ditto, and then I can just breed one with better better nature and hopefully better individual values, although I feel like his are actually pretty decent. No way to check, of course. Pokemon really just likes hiding stuff from players. I'm not a fan. It's like, have a bunch of features, but then don't tell anyone about them. Great. Backpacker Stephen. Wilbur. Curious about all the Pokemon's he gains. Drillbur is also an attack. Always use more health. I think he's pure ground type, yeah. Nice. Back to full health. Well, those drain moves are so nice, especially for, like, extended training periods. I feel like I really want to get the leftovers item for Allie, but I don't think I can get it for a really long time. That. Okay, so he'd be speed. I mean, that's probably pretty good too. Return, because neutral damage is better than ineffective. Acid spray, is that just poison? Oh, it lowers defense. That makes sense. It's a very acid thing to do. Weaken structures and all that. Well, Peter has now caught up to oh, what did I name her? Carmen? In levels. Slam, that is not an improvement on Return. Return has a much higher potential max damage, but also Slam only has a 75% chance to hit, which is not ideal at all. Are the stream still up? Yeah. So, cut, so we'd go back and pick up the monkey for that. So let's explore this area. Unfortunately, I think this is an event thing. I don't think there's anything we can actually do back here. I guess there's some items. Hidden items, even. Big mushroom. I'll have to find out where the guy is I can sell that to. Oh, that item's up there. I'll need surf and waterfall. Yep, here's the mysterious camper and a not mysterious hiker. You know, there are people in the world with many different values. Some people enjoy things you might not think are fun. Having a lot of different values in the world makes it a richer place. That's what I think anyway. I really enjoy traveling around the world and talking with different people. But the woman who lives here seems to think living quietly by herself is important. Oh. And she doesn't speak. I don't think there's a thing I can do about that, because I think this whole, like, quest chain is a online download type thing, so kind of a shame. I'll look into it a little bit more, I guess, at some point, but in any case, I don't think you can do anything until post-game. And I can't get into that side of the forest without strength? Yeah. At least that's not in any guidebook. That's a bloody shame. Got Scraggy. Not too worried at all. The Mega Drain, as always. Though it's my weaker attack. All the health back. Ooh, payback. That one, if I'm not mistaken, raises its attack based on how much damage you do to it in the turn. So, actually a pretty good move against a Pokemon like mine, which is faster. Right, he's made me confused, which I think we've covered that before. 50-50, I'll still take him out anyway. Nope. I wonder if I do less damage if I use a special attack. On the bright side, payback probably will be less effective. Oh, is it total damage? Well, in any case. Swap Pokemon, let Carmen take this guy out. He'll probably use Payback again, which won't be very effective. Oh, or he'll just use Headbutt. Then Bug Bite. Take him right out. Yeah. Right, of course, can't get in there, and there's not going to be another entrance because that would defeat the purpose. There are items that we'd want. Marvelous bridge. Truly marvelous. And also a bridge. Can I come in? Being checked. Ah, it's inspection time. Yeah, that leads to the post-game, basically. So I can't do anything with it right now. Seems like a good way to live. Ride bikes, feel the fresh wind, and win Pokemon battles. Cyclist Ector. Well, that's not a great matchup for me. Try return, because again, better than him resisting it. Ooh, poisons me. Not ideal. Yeah, it's gonna take... Oh, or not. But, well, the poison. Yeah. Okay. Try Carmen. And, let's return again. There we go. Poisoned, but that's fine. We'll just go back to the Pokemon Pokemon Center. That's the one. Turn again. I don't think he'll be able to outdamage us. Oddly enough, Carmen has done really well with return. I wonder if it's just because she has that much better of an attack, or it's because somehow I have higher friendship with her. I'd be interested in figuring out why, if that's the case. Maybe it has that Pokemon has a higher level of friendship when they join, because some do, I believe. Attack is 50. Oh. Her attack is higher by almost 30. Yeah, no wonder she does more damage. She is a super MVP. I need to get surf or a fishing rod. I feel like I should have the fishing rod by now. Huh. Where do I get the fishing rod? I'm gonna look that up real quick. While I'm recovering my Pokemon. Do the Google. Pokemon Black. Fishing rod. Are there fishing rods? Yes. Really? That doesn't seem right. Really? You don't get the fishing rod until you finish the game? Wow, that's... Is that seriously right? That's amazing. I guess I'll need Surf, which means I'm gonna need a Pokemon that can use Surf, which is the caveat for this. I don't know how to edit Twitch to, like, show challenge rules. But yeah, I'm allowed to have Pokemon on my team that aren't Grass-type as long as I don't battle with them. So... And I say that because apparently Basculin are the best thing to use to train speed. So what I'm gonna do is... Oh yeah, I don't have Fly either. I guess I'll finish exploring this area to the left. And then I'll go and use this Macho Brace to knock out some more EV training. See what I can get to. Who writes the news on the bulletin board? I don't know. Let's see, go around here. They had mentioned that this place was blocked off, but it doesn't seem like it. Maybe it was only blocked off until we triggered the story events from last episode. Which were, with some resolution, well, not resolution, but, you know, some growth on Bianca's part and her relationship with her dad. Oh, whoops. Hi, I am a humble maid. My master has a big heart to match his big belly. He's a gourmand. So I am looking for ingredients that will make his heart jump for joy. Oh, that aroma. It smells so gourmet. You have a wonderful ingredient in your bag? Would you consider selling it to me? Oh, is this the mushroom? Very rare ingredient. Would you take... Oh, she is. That's fantastic. Merci. Thank you. With this I can create a superb menu. My master will be so surprised. I think you can also sell her berries, but they're so limited that I would not want to. But, more than happy to sell all the mushrooms that we found. Okay, I know I've found several small mushrooms. Where are they? Oh, tiny mushrooms. Yep. And only sell them one at a time? That kinda sucks. Okay. But this is good, because whenever we find them, we know we can come here to get the money. There's the last one. Okay. Talk to this guy. Okay, he does want a battle. Oh, she? Huh, okay. Tier. Tier smash. Nice. Okay, whatever. Mega Drain, I guess. Get 1 HP back. And poor, even easier to deal with. Hit it with a Mega Drain. I'm all healed up. Of course, she has the trio. Back to return. It's kind of a bummer that he survived with that sliver of HP. Alrighty. Boom. Defeated. Alright, we got some performers, clown. Don't really want to battle any of these right now. Oh, but she's probably going to tell me I can't cross the bridge. Yeah. Yeah, so I basically have to beat the gym before I can get to the cross bridge, which is a shame, because according to this guide, it's another good place for EV training. Oh well. I don't really want to fight anything here right now. Let's see. I'm sure all my Pokemon have a pretty good amount of EVs right now. Excepting, of course, Lilligant and Cauliflower. So it wouldn't be too bad to EV train them, especially with the Macho Brace. I'm going to go back to Route 1 for now, I guess. Would be much nicer if I could do this with Fly, but that's not an option for a while. Uh-huh. Training speed is going to be more of the issue since I don't have Surf. Which is a shame, because most of my Pokemon want speed. For variety, I guess I sort of like attack and defense for Toshinori, but speed is still going to be faster. The only reason I would want defense is because since his thing is using type coverage, but the moves aren't actually his type, so he loses out on a bit of damage, I'd be more interested in him being able to survive a hit and then hit again. So, I don't know. I mean, in any case, he wants attack. So basically I'm going to do a whole bunch of attack training. These guys, with my 3 physical attackers right now. And then possibly see about defense and HP for Cauliflower. They'll both be faster because I've already been battling with these guys, and slower because I don't necessarily have access to all the ideal places yet. Much less, of course, the items, but I can't get the items unless I'm strong enough to beat the battles, and I need... It's... yeah. Game progression, what do you expect? Eck. Move. Well, let's see. This area does speed pretty well, too. What is... looking at this area, you got... Temple, speed... Your fighting types that do attack. Timber, Temple, and me Sock, which are all attack. And then her Temple is speed, and the other 2 are attack. And then you occasionally fight Pidgey, which is also attack. So this actually would probably be more ideal, since Sock can actually provide 2 points instead of just 1. So fight here for a bit. Excuse me, it's not the big cough, it's just... my voice. Let's see. What's the item I got? Macho Brace, there we go. Give to... yeah. Yes. I think if I were to go through the battle subway, I would want the speed one, because it seems like that's the hardest one to train. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be once I actually have Surf. But it's also one that I need for the most Pokemon. Let me see. Special attack would also be good, because that's kind of a pain to train. Let's see. Yeah, Litwick and Elgium. Litwick, of course, being fire type, so they're hard to train against. Anyways, I probably already have like 100 effort values, or EV points, whatever. But we're gonna assume 50 and work on getting 200, I guess. I wonder if they knew that this was a good place for EV training, and that's why there's that nurse there. I need like a note ticker. Calculate. No, what's a good... They're just a counting app? I don't really want to search for this right now, but... I didn't think of this before now, or else I would have done it already. Counting app. Go. Yeah, there we go. just to help me keep track of things. I'll fight this while I wait. This will bring us up to 2, which of course is 4, but but yeah. That how it be. So we're going for 100, which is there a way to options fast. Turn those off for now. Just get things as fast as possible. I'll turn those back to their normal settings once we're done with this. Okay, this guy's worth 2. Nice. Turn. Ooh. Able to take 2 of those. 2. Still gives a decent amount of XP, because he does count as an evolved Pokemon, I guess. Should look up how how double battles affect EVs, because double battles might be even more efficient. Let's see. Another one. Gotta know this stuff. Go about double battle EV. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh, interesting. It looks like maybe only the Pokemon that defeats an enemy gets the effort values. Which is good information. Another guy worth 2, definitely appreciated. Such a bummer, I can't actually finish any of these guys off with 1 hit. 2. Let's see. Okay. We'll defeat this guy, and it's good because we get some speed, but we won't put it on the counter, of course. Well, that would be good. I should get a counter that I could put up on the stream. That would be probably nice, but I don't have the ability to do that yet. That doesn't make the battle go by much faster. Doop. Which is a big relief for this kind of thing. I don't think it's necessarily something I would want for the actual adventure, but having good luck with encounters. And like I said, I can't really train speed yet. Easily, at least. I can, it's just the things that you battle to get speed are not that common. Yeah, there's not really any place that has, like, a lot of speed EV Pokemon. That's interesting. Apparently Scolipede gives speed, even though its previous evolutions only do defense. Okay, so in speed, we won't count it. Did I count that Pidgey? I don't think I did. There we go. Alright, that's 10. Making good progress. Okay. Do want to fight this, but I don't want to fight it with Peter, because this will be an Audino and give HP, which is worth getting. That's what I'm going to train for Kali. Should just be... Oh, wow. Okay, I was going to say I should just be able to Mega Drain this thing, but apparently not. Oh, Leech Seed did hit. Okay. That is the thing. It is going to be confusing with the animations off. So wait, all the move animations are off, but the other stuff are still on? That's kind of odd. Oof. A crit and 4 hits? That's mean. Oh, whatever. Okay, cool. And the battle's over. Not only do I get HP for that, I get a lot of experience. I don't think Razor Leaf will be helpful. Yeah. Sharp Edge leaves. High crit chance, but is more damage, but I think it's less damage overall because special attacker. Yeah, I don't want it. Give up on Razor Leaf. Lots of experience. Very nice. Slightly inconvenient, but I think it's worth it. Ollie is already going to be trained to train properly. This to get my power points back. Run into these guys a lot, which, again, semi-appreciated because speed is also worth doing. Probably won't go out of my way to train Peter in speed because he's already got a lot of, like, mixed EVs. And again, it wouldn't hurt. I mean, then again, we're also already kind of doing it. Maybe I should have started a counter for this as well. I should probably be using grass-type moves on this and save return for the stronger things, but... This might be why this area isn't terribly highly recommended. I was having really good luck, and then I started running into these guys every time. I admit, that would be kind of neat. This guide has, like, the best places to train individual EVs. But it would be interesting if they did it by set. Like, this is a pretty good place for attack and speed. But it's still a pretty good guide. Can't be too salty about it, I guess. Okay, good. Another one I can actually put down on the counter. Yeah, that extra level helped. Now instead of leaving everything with 1 HP, I do 1 more damage. At least that's how it feels. Yeah, I might just count Peter done once I get once I finish with the attack stuff, because it's getting plenty of speed as well. And again, those Darmanitan are pretty fast. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't be as strong as they are, because I think their only physical move is, or their physical fire type move is Fire Punch, which, I mean, is pretty strong, but it's not, doesn't seem like it should be strong enough to one-shot me when I have a level advantage. But apparently it is. Alright. Go. That to the counter. Boom. Here we go. Of course, I am training, but I am going to defeat Elesa today, since that was kind of not exactly promised, but implied in the stream title. Seems like it would be kind of rude not to do it. But I'm just happy to finally have the item to make this whole process a little bit less painful. A little bit. Of course, it's the whole monkey's paw thing. It makes the process faster by making you gain EVs faster, but it also makes it slower by making your attack weaker because you can't have a different item equipped, and making you slower and all that. It's, you know, mixed blessing, but that's the point, I'm sure. Oop, another to the counter. Okay, another one. Good, good, good. I don't think Leaf Attack is or whatever, Leaf Tornado is an area of effect move, and even if it is, I don't think it's strong enough to use as like solo double battles. So I don't think I'm going to do that, although it is tempting. Okay. Let's have slowed down a little bit because I keep running into Timpole. There we go. Oop. Got him. Booped right on the beak. And defense, of course, will be one of the more painful ones to train, since if I were to do that, I'd have to rely on Roggenrola, which all have sturdy. Do I? Let's see, defense. I guess the Relic Castle, but that's also a little bit painful because... well, I don't know. We'll see. It might be difficult. Wait. My voice today. It might be difficult because we wouldn't be as over-leveled there, so I couldn't just like go through and bop things into submission. I have to actually fight them with, again, a tankier Pokemon, so I don't know. They are ghost types, because apparently it's Yamask and Cofagrigus. I guess I would fight Yamask until I have a decent level on Cauliflower, and then fight Cofagrigus after. Yeah, that's actually probably the play. Otherwise, Inwell Forest, but Venipede and Sawaddle, both bug types, that would also be kind of painful. 16 by my count, might be a little bit off, but whatever. Happy to have this item. Wanting to get this out of the way now, because before long we're going to be in a position to actually catch more grass types. Then I'm going to want to train them, of course, so... Let's see. It was really nice. One of my favorite features of Pokemon was in Black and White, where they added, or X and Y, where they added the ability to like play those fun mini games to train your effort values. It allows you to both get the effort values taken care of really easily and very transparently. But also, I kind of enjoyed the minigame. You, like, shot soccer balls at a giant Pokemon balloon. It was pretty fun. You'd get, like, 10 points per, as long as you did okay. Then there was... Oh, wait, what was that? That was a Pidove, I think. Then Sun and Moon had the sort of neat... had those islands you could send Pokemon to, which... That one I'm a little bit more mixed about, because on the one hand they were really handy, but on the other hand, you had to build up the islands for them to become useful, and then that seemed like it took forever. And if I recall, I think it cost berries too? Which isn't ideal. If Tornado. You shouldn't have bided. Because you don't have the time. Go, 2, now we're at 20. So 1/5 of the way there. If we keep running into Sock, we'll make it in no time. The other plus is that if Return didn't already have Max, it will by the end of this probably, because you increase friendship by battling alongside each other. Let's see. One for that Pidove, one for this one. 22 by my count. Not too bad. But yeah, just in any case, any game that lets you actually see what your effort values are is great. Not even mentioning individual values, because that's like almost impossible to see in any game. I think Sun and Moon had the ability to do it for some reason. But like, that doesn't help here, does it? 24? Right, Alright, this will bring us up to 25. Added as soon as I knock him out. Boom. Quarter of the way there. So much nicer with the Macho Brace. So, what do you guys think as to the title? Elesa, best gym trainer? At least in Unova? I kinda think so, and not just because she's hot. 'Cause she is. No question. She's awesome. She's actually one of the fights I always sort of look forward to. Because she's kind of the first gym trainer that has, like, a strategy other than, this is my Pokemon, this is my type effective move, go. Because she uses, she uses Emolga, which I already like, because they're kind of adorable. That was one of my... That was part of my team on my first ever playthrough. I went out of my way to find it, and it was so cool. I love Emolga, it's so cute. Alas, it's not that strong, but it's fine. I'm okay with that. But, she uses Volt Switch on them. So her thing is to basically throw out an Emolga, use Volt Switch, swap to a different Pokemon, use Volt Switch, swap to a different Pokemon, and that kind of keeps you on your toes. Of course, the Pokemon she swaps to are still electric types, so I mean, it's not like you can't predict it. But also, like, electric type is only weak to ground, so if you go in there expecting to, you know, completely roll her over with whatever ground type moves you have, you won't, because she'll just throw out Emolga, which is flying type. So, it's also fun because, like I said, one of my favorite Pokemons from this gym is the Rock and Roll line. So if you have Boldor, you probably have access to both rock and ground moves, which is, you know, kind of perfect for her gym. He used Quick Attack while I used Back Smack. Smack back. Backpack. Anyway. Bet this will go even faster with, Carmen. Especially since Carmen really wants both types. Did I just run into... Okay. I think an Audino popped up in front of me, and I would have had to run, which would have kind of sucked. I guess I wouldn't. I guess if you switch Pokemon, you don't get the effort values? Oh, it does have Sturdy. Well, no wonder I haven't been able to beat it in one hit. I guess that's 2. We're at 31 now. Anyways, I don't really know how effort values work that well because they're intentionally opaque about it. How's your attack stat looking now? 58. So we were at 50 even. We've gotten 2 levels. And I think we got 2 points on both of those level ups. So that's like 4 points that we've gotten just from EV training, if I'm not completely overselling things. Which I'm not sure. I think at max level, 4.4 effort values translates into about 1 point. So at level 30, it would probably be about 8 to 1. So that seems right. If we've gotten about 60 attack points... No, at level 50, it would be 8 to 1. So at level 30, it would be... let's say 12 to 1. But if we've gotten about 60 here, because I've done 31... I've gained 31 points normally, but I have the Macho Brace, so 62. Divide that by roughly 12, that would be like 5 points. Again, quick, messy maths. Might be completely wrong. But I think that's how it works. Just remember that number. Remember 58. And then we'll check back in like 10 battles and see if it's at 59. Of course, if we level up, we'll figure that out too. So it is a cool mechanic, it's just a frustratingly executed one. I wish they did a... Saying I wish they did a better job feels combative, but I wish they did a more player-friendly job of implementing this. But they did not. Smack everything with return. Bright side of everything in this run being recorded is, if I really wanted to, I could probably go back through everything and figure out exactly what my individual values are, but that sounds just painful, doesn't it? Let's see. Okay, another one of these. Yeah, I never checked what my speed was. Now I'm curious about that too. Especially compared to the others. Let's see. Speed is 65. That is pretty good. Speed of 40. Her speed is also 65. And 35. But that's fine because she's got Prankster. Gives priority to, well, just status moves, but still. Pretty good. Of course, those stats will look even better once Peter evolves. Speaking of Peter, I watched the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, recently. That was pretty good. I rather enjoyed it. Won't say anything more, but, you know, Peter Parker, blah blah blah, Spider-Man connection. Oh, good. Which is kind of funny, because I didn't really love the other MCU Spider-Man movies. It's just, they were fine, and they all had parts I liked, but on the whole, I guess it's just, it felt like they leaned into the whole, like, high school drama aspect of it too much, and not really in a good way. Like, even if they did lean into it, it can be done well. I just don't feel like they did. I felt like they were going out of their way to make it cringe, but like not in a, not in the internet term, but like literally like embarrassing and secondhand embarrassment, awkwardness, and I was like, no, I don't care for that. But there wasn't really any of that in No Way Home, which I very much appreciated. So, I haven't really been interested in the Marvel movies since Endgame happened, because, you know, it was Endgame, that was the big thing, and then after that it felt like they were kinda going directionless. Just like doing random stuff, and none of it really looked interesting, so I hadn't watched it. But I heard really good things about this, so went and watched it. Pretty good. I'd probably watch it again. Maybe not right away, but eventually I'd watch it again. And again, I won't say anymore, because there's... I was gonna say, oh, it's like blank other thing that I enjoy, but if you know what that thing is, it would it would spoil the hell out of it. So, yeah, solid movie. Let's see, what else have I watched recently? A lot of anime. Mostly anime, in fact. There's The Great Pretender, which just fantastic show. I love the art on that, like, it's so good. The backgrounds and everything, just like everything looks like a painting, but not like still and stiff. Just fantastic. Plus it's funny. And I love a good heist show slash criminal show, whatever. Rob from the rich, give to ourselves. Let's, another one. Friend got me super into the Madoka Magica series. Really enjoying that, I admit. Tried it, years ago when it was new, and didn't really care for it, but, you know, part of that is because it's such a meta story that you have to kind of already understand the genre in order to really enjoy it to its fullest, and I didn't. But even then, I found I enjoyed it much more on a second go, but I still didn't care for the end of the series. However, unlike when I watched it before, now there's a movie that comes after the series that wraps up some loose ends I didn't care for. Well, maybe not loose ends, but it what's the word? It addresses some things that I didn't care for from the show, and I really like the movie. Then I got watching the sort of like spin-off show, Agia Record. I have mixed feelings on that. It's one of those where it's like, it would be a pretty decent show if I weren't constantly comparing it to the original. But I am, and that hurts it a little bit. But I started to enjoy it a lot more once I got to the end of the first season. Then I find out that the show is much newer than I thought. Only like a couple years old. So the second season isn't the last season. Add 2 for that one. There's actually another season coming. And I'm like, okay. That feels like it'll resolve some things that I felt were left on unnecessary cliffhangers. Yeah, I picked the right time to get into this franchise, because there's like another movie coming, and there's this series finishing up all this year, supposedly, assuming no more horrible stuff goes wrong and completely overturns the animation industry. Um, so assuming all goes well, lots of food for that franchise coming out. I'm like, I picked the right time to get into this, because otherwise there was like an 8-year gap since the last thing they did, because like the movie that was the sequel to the show came out in 2013, and then the first season of the spin-off show came out in like 2019. But it's, again, it's a fun show in isolation, but as a sequel, it's not terribly satisfying. So it was a little bit frustrating to people, especially since they hadn't announced the next movie yet at that point, I don't think. So yeah, it would have been pain to be in the fandom as long as some people. So I feel like I lucked out a bit. Now I keep drawing the characters though, and they're painful to draw. They have so many details. There I go, missing with fucking Leaf Tornado again. There, knock him out. Then another anime coming this spring, or not coming, but next season. It's Kaguya-sama, Love is War, and I really enjoy that one. It's like this big, intentionally exaggerated rom-com thing, and like every time they have an encounter, it's like blown up into this big epic face-off, them trying to get the other one to confess their love because it's too embarrassing to be the first one. Very cute. I love it. And want more of it. I feel like I'm forgetting to count a few of these. I'm at 47. Should put me up to 48. I'll count it now. I guess I'd rather undercount slightly than overcount. But yeah. Oh yeah, supposedly Uzaki Wants to Hang Out is also having its second season come out sometime this year, but we don't have a release date. Could be as early as this winter, but I feel like if it was, we would have a release date. Let's see, summary. Wow, okay. It's only been like another 20 battles, because I checked at 31. We're at 48 again, unless my math is off. That's 3 more attack points, and went up from 58 to 61. So yeah, the EVs are important. Even better, they scale with your levels, so on the battle subway, they'll adjust to that when we get boosted up to level 50, so that's nice. I also want more... What was the other one I enjoyed this year? Or last year, I guess. Combatants Will Be Dispatched. That one was fun, although I don't see us having another season for a while, because it covered like a good chunk of what is out in the manga. The writer is the same one that did Konosuba, and I think they kind of focused more on Konosuba, which is a shame, because I enjoy this one a lot more. It's basically, what if 2 evil, stereotypical evil groups clashed, because the main character is from an evil corporation on Earth, and then he gets sent to this other world to battle the evil Dark Lord in their fantasy world, in order to basically defeat the weakest armies on that world to prepare them for Earth invasion. It's a very funny show, despite that premise. Because, you know, everyone's like unapologetically evil, but also terrible at it, so... You get a lot of, I am whatever demon lord, blah blah blah, super powerful, cower in fear, I'm gonna kill all your friends. And then the main character's like, oh yeah, well I'm combatant number 6 from whatever corporation, and this is my laser chainsaw that I'm gonna use to cut you and your army into little bits. It's very over the top. Okay, it seems like it's easier if I add the point at the beginning of the encounter, rather than at the end. That's what I'll do. Opt him. What other... That's been about my watch list, honestly. I don't feel like I watch as much as I used to, just as much of anything. Part of that is, like, you know, time constraints, but most of it is artificial, because it's like I feel like I need to be doing something else. And then, I don't, because I'm too stressed about feeling like I need to do something else. But it's part of why I started streaming, because I want to enjoy playing games, and it's easier to enjoy playing games if I feel like I'm also doing something productive. I.e. streaming. So, yeah, helps me relax. Okay, come on. There we go. Unfortunately, you can't, like, stack the, whatever the item is that draws wild Pokemon to you with the Macho Brace. That would make things even easier, but whatever. Oh, that's right. I don't think it's an item. I think it's an ability that some Pokemon have, like Sweet Scent or something. No, is it lure? Might be both. There's... Pokemon occasionally has, like, moves and items that are effectively the same. See, we're at 55 now, so over halfway done with Peter. I guess the other thing would be to just, like, check the stats, and once my stats stop growing from doing this, then I can stop. Or I level up. Pokemon, let's check. Attack 62, so that's still growing. Speed 66, that is also still growing. Okay. That was at 65 before. Because Pokemon's one of those things where it's like, it feels like we've done a ton of battles. Not talking about the grinding here, but just in the story and stuff, progression, feels like we've done a ton of battles. Well, we probably have, but it also is probably less than I think, because there's, you know, story progression and exploration and all that to do. And it's not like the game has a knockout tracker, or whatever. Would be kind of neat, admittedly. Oop. No. More speed. Speed will be good because it actually will improve my defense a little bit, because there's the foil ability that I'm working towards, which will it raises your defense and attack. So if I move first and use that on the first turn every time, then that immediately increases my attack, of course, but also my defense by 50%. So if I always move first, then effectively my defense is 50% higher. Which is also why I don't mind having some defense effort values, because Superior is also a little bit tanky. It's a speedy tank. That also can, on occasion, hit hard. Okay, Timber. It's a plus. Tornado, boom, knocked it right out. Yo, getting some fast encounters now, I like it. Let's see, I think we got two each attack and speed on that last level, so let's check out how he's looking. 65, so I'd gained another point from EVs. On attack, speed is 68, which is correct for just having +2, because we were at 66. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll do any more effort value training for Peter, since he doesn't need to be as specialized as, like, Carmen. Carmen needs speed and attack, and nothing else. Because, she's got some serious vulnerabilities with defense. It's like, why try? Just knock them out before they hit you. And I'm still on the fence a bit about Hand Sage. Ha! Like, if it let me get that close, I was gonna do the whole thing and switch out, but it didn't, so. You return. Figure about 80 battles. We're at 61. I figure at about 80 is when I'll want to check and see if my growth is halted, because there's a good chance I've fought like at least 100 battles with attack, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't feel out of the question, basically. I use emotional journey. It is interesting. I've never actually, like, done this kind of EV training. Like I said, I've done the little mini games that was in X and Y. But this kind is interesting, because you get to, like, actually watch your growth in a more direct way. Yet the other thing with X and Y, because you have the ability to play the minigame basically immediately, you don't really necessarily see the growths, because, at least for me, I would do it as soon as I hatched a Pokemon. X and Y was basically the peak of my days as a Pokemon breeder, because I really enjoyed the system in that one, and I really enjoyed, like, getting Pokemon to have moves that they couldn't have otherwise, plus I bred for shinies. So just all in all, I had a lot of level 1 Pokemon, so with my EV training there, you didn't necessarily see the stat growths. Oh, hello? Kensho? This region has a lot of plant types. How bad 3 of the gyms are strong against them? Yeah, actually, yeah, the grass type has a pretty strong disadvantage. Of course, the first gym counterpicks to your starter, so that's a disadvantage. Normal gym is honestly the easiest fight. Bug gym, you have a major disadvantage. Electric gym, you have sort of an advantage, but since Elesa uses the Emolga, you still have a little bit of trouble because that's a flying type. Of course, the ground gym should be easy, but he uses steel types, so that's also a pain. And then, of course, the flying and ice are incredibly dangerous. Well, the flying more than the ice, because by the time we get to the ice, I should have a way to deal with it. Yeah, Elesa gets like 2 Emolga, which is pretty great. But there's not a lot of electric types for her to use otherwise, so it kind of makes sense. And then the last gym is Dragon, which doesn't necessarily have an advantage against me, but it does resist me. So, yeah, it's an interesting challenge in this region. That's partially why I like it. Plus, there's so many cool grass types. I think Sawsbuck is super underappreciated. I'm glad that it is in Pokemon Go now. Even though it's not terribly strong, I love it as a Pokemon. Let's see. Okay. Sometimes I'm encountering things every 2 steps, and sometimes I have to walk for like a minute. That's 68. Watch it be a sock and launch us right past 69. It's not. Bird. Pidove. You're number 69. Nice. Again, unless I've totally miscounted at some point, which is entirely possible. Yeah. Let me see. 3. Aha! 69th EV also brought me to speed 69, even better. Oh, your speed is better than your attack? Wow, okay. I guess you're a speed tank more than an attacker, that makes sense. Maybe I should have trained speed and defense instead of speed and attack, but that would have been painful. To be honest, I don't evolve Deerling like Sawsbuck. Deerling is pretty cute. Sawsbuck, I don't like its spring evolution. Just because I don't really like how the blossoms look on it. However, I really love the fall and summer editions. It's one of my favorite designs, to be honest, partially because of how it changes based on the seasons, but I really love the branch antlers and like the leafage on them and stuff. My actual, like, favorite grass type is Torterra, which has a literal tree on it, so that might clue into what my favorite design principles are. Of course, my favorite Pokemon of all is Gigalith, but can't use that in this challenge. I mean, can't use Torterra either, because it's not in the game, but you know what I mean. But yeah, no question, Deerling is adorable. Pidove? Okay, Smash. Oh, no, I agree on that one. I wouldn't mind Samurott if it was just its own Pokemon, but I hate that it evolves from Oshawott, because it doesn't look like the same Pokemon line at all. Oshawott's cute, Dewott is just really cool, and then Samurott is just like cool, but you don't look like you belong in this Pokemon line at all. Like, you go from an otter to a giant seal thing. So I can never use it. And yeah, fair as to not caring for how Sawsbuck looks. I love it, but, you know, taste is subjective. I also kind of like Trubbish, so... Oh yeah, Incineroar. That's another one where it's like, I like it as a Pokemon, I just don't like it as an evolution of Litten. Which I feel like is a lot of Pokemon. Like, I kind of think a Pokemon shouldn't change its overall shape between the second and third form. Not counting the bug type, because they have their whole thing where they cocoon up, but like, if it's more of a stages of growth thing, I feel like the biggest difference should be from the first to the second form, because, you know, you're like going from being a baby to being, you know, the awkward middle years. So if you think about actual babies or mammals or whatever, that's where the biggest change is, because they go from being, like, crawling around on all fours to standing up. So, like, I don't mind Fennekin to Braxian, because you go from biped to quadruped to biped, and then biped again. But I don't like the ones that go from, like, biped to quadruped. This is Pokemon Black. And the reason for that is... it was my first Pokemon game, so nostalgia. I know White does have a bigger Pokemon selection, but... you wouldn't be able to access it till the post-game anyway, so it wouldn't really affect the challenge. Right. What the stats are looking like here. 67? Alright, keep an eye on that and see if I'm still growing. We're at about 80. 80 battles. I do have a Petalil. It's in the box right now because I didn't... since it's the only one I can get, I didn't want to fuck up its EV training. So it's in the box at the moment. I will probably mess around with it soon. I literally got the Macho Brace like an hour ago, so I'm getting through some EV training now. The trick is that the special attack EVs are a bit harder to do. Although, I need to look up what Pokemon are in Route 5. Actually, Route 5 might be ideal, because I think it's Mincino, which is Speed, and Gothitelle, which is Special Attack. So that actually might be the place to train Petalil. Yeah, but I have both on my team because Cottony, even though the poor thing doesn't have its fairy type yet, is still pretty defensive. Yep, I got... Here, I'll just show off the team. Peter got kind of a hodgepodge since the EVs are all messed up on him since he's my starter and I had to go through a lot of battles with him before I could do anything. But it's fine. I'll have other, more specialized Pokemon fill out the team. Toshinori, which isn't in the best shot right now. The Eviolite actually helps him a lot, but he needs a lot of moves that I need TMs for. His nature's not great, but it's such a pain to get him. I could have been in that forest for hours before I ever found one with the right nature, so I just went with a neutral one because I didn't feel like it. Carmen, at the moment, is MVP. I know she'll eventually fall off because bug type, but look at that attack stat. No, you get the Eviolite from... I think I got it in Castelia. I think someone in one of the skyscrapers just gives it to you. They're like, hey, this item makes your Pokemon, stronger as long as they haven't evolved. And it does. Then here's Cauliflower, who I also have not used much because, again, EV training. Since it wants defense and HP, and both of those are a huge pain, I was just putting off doing the training. Yeah, I was torn. I think I kind of would have preferred the other ability because there's so many Pokemon that use Detect in this game. But Prankster's fine. Especially since it allows me to go all the way on defense instead of worrying about speed at all. Let me just swing the banhammer real quick. That's also a very good point. Alright, where'd that guy go? Sorry, a little bit of housekeeping. You. Boom. There we go. Don't need any of that going around. Okay. Yeah, priority Cotton Guard. Also priority Toxic. It'd be amazing if Cottony could get, what's that move that does burn? Shoot, what is it? Will-O-Wisp? It would be amazing if Cottony could get that. Although, obviously, it wouldn't make any sense for a grass type to be able to learn it. Plus, my main threat. The only Pokemon that really scares me in this game is Darmanitan. Like, everything else I can kind of deal with, but Darmanitan just moves first and does fire damage and hits like a truck. So basically the only thing I'm going to have to be able to deal with it is that Cottony. Unless I can get the Semi-Sage to be powerful enough to take it out in one hit with Dig. This is true. Darmanitan is just bad news all around. And it's one that I've never really cared for the design for. Like, it's fine, I guess. I just think it's ugly. Oh yeah, I bet the Galarian one is even worse because it's like Ice type. Like, Fire's dangerous anyway, but Fire has trouble finding physical moves. Ice type doesn't as much. I guess it does a little bit, but even so, I'd still rather deal with the Fire type one. The only problem is, of all the grass types in this game, none of them actually gain a resistance to fire. Like, there's no grass water types or grass ground. Which I guess does ground anyways. Point being, you get either regular grass types or grass bug or grass steel, both of which are not helpful in dealing with fire types. That's why I like Pokemon Unite. Type effectiveness doesn't matter, you just play. Yeah, exactly. You get, like, grass normal, there's the grass fighting type, but it doesn't, in any case, it doesn't help resist against fire. Oh, shoot, I should have used grass. It doesn't matter, but save my power points. On the other hand, grass normal is fantastic for using return. Then again, there's still a counterpick to that because there's the Chandelure, which is just immune to normal types, so it's all a balance. It's how the game be. Yeah, and that's the other trick. That's kind of the other reason I decided to go with Pokemon Black, because I get to fight Reshiram. I guess I get to fight both of them regardless, but yeah, I like that extra challenge. It got cold fast. Like 31 outside. The heat's not very high. That makes sense. Shoot, did I count that one? Doesn't matter. Counting this one though. P-dub. Yeah, I will have to get something to let me use Surf eventually, just so I can actually complete the game. I really wish that Superior could learn Surf. It would just make sense. I know it can get Aqua Tail, but not in this game, and that makes me sad. 67. I don't think I'm gonna see any more growth there. I only just got the Macho Brace, so this is the first time well, it's not the first time, but it's the first time I've counted my effort value training, so I don't know exactly at what point I have done all of it. Oh yeah, I absolutely am going to get Virizion. He's going to be MVP because he and Semi-Sage are the only grass types in this game that can learn rock moves. Of course, rock moves are good against almost everything that grass is weak to. Plus, of course, fighting is good. Yeah. I might even try, what is it? Is it saves coming? Doing the whole soft reset thing in order to make sure I get one with a decent nature. So it'd suck to get, like, the one-of-a-kind legendary of the game, whatever, blah blah blah, and then have it be just garbage. Oh shit, I get Leaf Blade already? I thought I had a lot longer to wait. Yes, please. Goodbye, Leaf Tornado. Oh, I had 2 special moves. Okay, yeah. Even more goodbye, Leaf Tornado. You were a disappointment to me and Mother. Now I have Leaf Blade, my new best friend. So how much longer? Basically, my bread and butter for this build are Leaf Blade and Coil. And Return, I guess. So I need Coil, but I think that's like... I don't know how many levels that is. Unfortunately, I haven't pulled up all those tabs on all the move lists that I used before. Oh, what? Where'd you come from? Cauliflower, it's your turn. Get some HP. Oh no, my attack, what'll I ever do? Yummy yummy life force. Oh. Suck him dry. One thing I'm interested in is I haven't decided on if I'm going to do the post game or not. I guess I should just finish it off. I didn't think he'd hit me. I haven't decided if I'll do the post game because the Elite Four is a fair challenge on its own. But if I do, I need to look up what grass types are available there. I know there's like Sunflora, which who cares? There's Tangela, which I've never used before, but I guess I'd be interested in testing. I think there's the Tropius, which I'd also be interested in using. I've never used a Tropius. I know it's not very strong, but grass flying is interesting. Basically, there's also Kyurem, which is another challenge. Oh, did Leech Seed fail? I guess it did. Yeah, so there's not a ton to the post-game in this one, but I might still do it. Lots of trainers to fight and places to explore. Catch the, I guess not the Weather Trio, since you can probably only catch one. But go after that one. Yeah, but that's the challenge of it. So I'd probably catch Kyurem. And to be honest, I like Unfused Kyurem a lot. Like, I don't know why, but it just, the design for it, I love it. Plus I also like Ice Dragon as a type. Plus re-challenging the Elite Four So, I don't know. It's a might or a might not. Like, it might be something I beat the game, and then just take a break from Pokemon Black for a bit, play something else, and then come back and do the post-game. Oh, is it? I don't know. I never, since Pokemon Black was like my first Pokemon game, I didn't ever touch the competitive aspect with it, so... In fact, they had the whole distribution Mewtwo at the time, and I basically just rolled the entire game with Mewtwo, so... I clearly didn't know what I was doing. But being able to take out an Ice Dragon with my Grass types, especially a level 71, would still be a fairly worthwhile badge of honor for this challenge. I forget how Fused Kyurem works, because I never really do it. Like, I guess I do see the White Kyurem the most. I forget, does it keep its Ice Dragon typing, or does it become the Fire Dragon or Electric Dragon? That's the other thing. I love Meloetta. Meloetta is one of my favorite. I guess it's mythical, not legendary, but whatever. Even if it's not that good, she's pretty. It does keep Ice Dragon? That makes sense. Then yeah, having good ice and fire attacks is pretty decent. And even with the Macho Brace, this takes a bit. I may do some of this off stream because I feel like this would be very boring. But I don't know. Part of it being boring is why I do it on stream, so I can talk to people while I do it. Yeah, that makes sense. I never know. Sometimes people are really anal about specific terminology, especially with legendaries / mythicals, so I just figured err on the side of annoying. I also like Victini a lot, but I remember that one being kinda hard to use because it had like a stat spread of 600, but it's 100 in each category, so it was like kinda not that good. But it is cute. Overall, I think I prefer legendaries to mythicals because I think they look cool, whereas the mythicals tend to be cute, which is fine. It's just not my preference. But, like, I really like Genesect, even though it has god-awful typing. But it looks so cool. I wish they'd kept Mega Evolutions around. It would have been sick to see Mega Genesect. Let's see. Some other good legendaries. Honestly, I kind of like Legendaries, even though I know it got, like, super toxic once it had its elemental form or whatever and got used a bunch in competitive. But design-wise, I think Legendaries is the only like, I can't remember what their forms are called, but the man version of Legendaries is the only one of those three I actually kind of like the design of. Yeah, that's what bothers me about Mythicals, is that they're event exclusive. It's like, just let me play the game, don't make me deal with this real-time bullshit. Yeah, that's fair, too, on the... Which Legendaries did? Obviously Mewtwo. Oh, and then, like, the primal forms. I'll argue that I don't care that Legendaries got them, but Primal Rayquaza was a mistake. That thing is a monster, and not in the fun way. Okay, so that should be you taken care of. You can have Miracle Seed back. Now I'm torn. Toshinori needs it more, but Carmen would be easier and more fun. I'm gonna do Carmen for a little bit. These three already had a little bit of EV training before I got the Macho Brace, so they don't need to go all in, but back in 2, it would go. Yeah, exactly. The thing that helped quote-unquote balance the Mega Evolutions was that you couldn't have a held item. And then they gave Rayquaza the ability to have it without a held item, and to have immunity to everything it was weak to as an ability. And that was just gross. That was such a mistake. Like, I get that they wanted it to be, like, super cool, but they completely forgot that, oh yeah, we have a competitive, like, aspect to these games. Shit. Literally appeared right in front of me. Be gone. Right off the bat, sock, nice. Yeah, so Mega Rayquaza was gross. Wait, was it Mega or Primal? It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. The fact that there is a distinction between Mega and Primal is also stupid. But yeah, there were some really cool Mega Evolutions. Like, I know everyone hates how much preferential treatment Charizard gets, but I love Charizard, and Charizard Y is super cool. I love Charizard, but I've always been a little bit annoyed by its design, just how fat it is. Like, it's supposed to be this sleek dragon thing flying through the sky, and you made it chubby. It doesn't look like it can fly. And then they gave us Mega Charizard Y, and I'm like, this looks like a dragon. And then they gave us Mega Charizard X, which actually is a dragon. And I'm like, I don't personally care for it, but it's cool that it's there for the people who really wanted it to be a dragon. Fall down before the glory and power of Carmen. Will crush you beneath her insectoid limbs. make a about One Punch Man. Yeah. I saw that mechanic related to One Punch Man. It was hilarious. I'm impressed that they, like, came up with that idea. It works perfect. And if you, like, actually win against Saitama when he's not fully powered up or whatever, he's just like, oh, I'm late, and just leaves. There are some other games that handle overpowered units very well. Actually, honestly, I can't think of any because most don't. Don't do that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of... Granted, I can't speak with too much authority because I haven't actually played the new games, Sword and Shield, but I'm not really a fan of the Giga Evolutions because, or not Giga Evolutions, but the... What am I doing? I pay attention. Gigantamaxing. I'm not really a fan of that, because it's like... I like that any Pokemon can do it. I don't know, it feels like it makes them way less unique, because it replaces all their moves with whatever the generic Gigantamax moves are. Plus, of course, you just got the issue of, yeah, these Pokemon are the size of a city. Deal with that. It's always the good old nerf that update. Yeah. It does seem fairly balanced. I'm not a fan of how it's handled. I don't know. Again, I haven't really played them, so I can't speak too much to it. But yeah, from what I've seen of the... What is it, Pokemon Showdowns that have used it, it does seem a bit more balanced. I just don't like that it feels like it removes a lot of the uniqueness from the Pokemon that uses it. I really hated the bad rap that Mega Evolutions got in Sun and Moon. In X and Y, they were like this super awesome, like Super Saiyan power of friendship thing, and, you know, kind of wholesome, very cool. Then in Sun and Moon, they were like, we want to make you not use these, so we're gonna make them both very hard to get by making them post-game content, and just change all the Mega Evolution descriptions to make you feel bad about using them. I'm like, piss off, Sun and Moon. Gigantamax Wailord is just such a hilarious concept. Or imagine using doing the opposite and using Gigantamax, like, what's that little bug fairy? What's the... It's not Combee, that's an actual beehive. The little one, it's like basically a flea. But if you Gigantamax that, it like becomes a normal-sized Pokemon. Gigantamax Turtwig to make it actually the size of a Bulbasaur. Also, how dare they not have Torterra in a game about making Pokemon giant? Like, that's Torterra's thing, and they didn't put him in. And then they stole his shtick and gave it to Snorlax? Ribombee, that sounds like it's probably right. I'm still not certain enough to say yes, but that's probably correct. It feels good to smash these Pokemon with 4x attack against me. Die, die, die! I might make a liar of myself and not actually battle Elesa today. I wasn't expecting to get the Macho Brace and then go into EV training mode. Oh well. Go up on the VODs channel, but I need to make an actual, like, proper YouTube channel for edited stuff. Probably sooner rather than later. Oh, but editing is such a pain. And so is having multiple YouTube channels, for that matter. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't like the fact that they cut the Pokédex down, like, at all. But I especially don't like that they cut down the starters, because that's, of course, going to be the ones that people are most attached to. Like, that was literally just asking for people to be mad. Like, and again, it's like, I don't know, the Pokemon games have dug their own hole. It's like, okay, on the one hand, I understand that you feel there's too many Pokemon and you want to cut down. On the other hand, that's your own fault, you knew this was coming, you kept adding 100 Pokemon to each new game. You should have done this a while ago before it made everyone mad. But whatever. Adding... Yeah, that's the thing. They claim it's like to balance the meta or whatever, but they've never cared about the meta. If Pokemon cared about the meta, we wouldn't need Pokemon Showdown. I guess they figure it's more balanced because in the in-game battles you can't use the Legendaries anyway because they're restricted, but, like, Pokemon has never cared about the multiplayer meta. So, like, you know, I don't buy it. It's just an excuse. They didn't have the time or the money to do it because they keep rushing the games out every year. And so they decided to blame the fans and be like, well, this is what you guys wanted. You wanted more meta. And it's like, no, that's not why you did it. Don't lie. I don't know. I have opinions. And I fully admit, I probably would be much less annoyed by it if it were other people's favorites and not mine that got excluded. But still, it's like, every Pokemon is someone's favorite. Like, I bet you couldn't point to a single Pokemon that's universally hated. Hell, I love Stunfisk. And, like, the original Stunfisk, not the Galarian one. Like, I like the one from this game. That was also on my team on my first run. course, my team was a mess on my first run. I just, like, grabbed everything. And like I said, I ended up using Mewtwo for everything anyway. But, yeah, I love Stunfisk. Goofy little thing. Oop. Which is the... Now I'm curious, though. I thought I knew what you meant by the most broken legendary in existence. Then I realized, no, I don't think they have Mega Rayquaza. Oh, is it Landorus? I know that one is considered pretty meta. Or, what's the Steel Fire one? I know that one is also considered fairly broken. Not Metagross, that's... something that starts with an M, I think. I don't know, I've never managed to catch one, because... What is it, Generation 3 exclusive? I only played Aurus, so... I don't know, I just never managed to get one. Is Zacian that broken? I don't even know anything about it other than it's got the, Heatran, that's the one. Yeah, I know what Zacian looks like, but what makes it so broken? I haven't seen much about it other than it, you know, is a dog with a sword and people like that. Calyrex. Oh, is that weird thing with, like, the big head that rides the deer? Yeah, that thing's weird. Oh, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, I don't really know any of the new Pokemon other than, like, by sight. Wooloo Gang, but Wooloo is one of those where I love its original form because it's adorable, and then I hate its evolved form because it's not. I like the, well, I like the coal Pokemon, because it's like the Fire Rock. I think that's a really cool type combination. I have very mixed feelings on that weird, centipede thing. It's just creepy. I think my issue is it's just design shock. Like, even though I came into Pokemon pretty late, I started with, you know, with the 2D games. So, I feel like there's some growing pains between the Pokemon that were transitioned into 3D versus the ones that were created for 3D. Like, there's a very different design philosophy between the two. And again, Sun and Moon had some pretty solid designs I liked. Base attack of 170 and base speed of 148? Okay, that's pretty nuts. For reference, what are Haxorus's stats? Because I know that one is a pretty insane, physical sweeper. Guess I'd look it up. Because Haxorus, in my brain, is one of the most min-maxed physical attackers. And I love it. I have a shiny one in one of my games. I'd have to track it down. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Haxorus, which I already had in my brain as being a broken, fast physical attacker, has 147 attack and 97 speed. So this has 50 more speed and like 30 more attack. That's insane. Wow. Plus it's a steel type, if I'm not mistaken, so it's pretty defensive. Not all? I'm guessing it also has a really broken ability or, like, signature move. Or both. Is this everything but water, electric, fighting, ghost, and steel? Alright, let me think. What type would that be? Weak... No, not weak to. Resists. So... Fairy... What would that be? Is it fairy... No, it wouldn't be fairy steel, because that would resist water and electric. Fairy ghost? No, that would be immune to fighting. Only weak to fire and ground. Fairy steel. Wouldn't... Did they change the type effectiveness chart? Because I thought steel resisted water. But anyway, yeah, fairy steel is a busted type. Which is funny, because everyone talks about how much they hate the keychain Pokemon Klefki, but like, solid typing! Water resist steel? Weird. I hate water types so much. I'm gonna kill this one. Water types are too broken. Like, steel is sort of broken, but it's broken in a purely defensive way, so you can get around it. It doesn't, like, also sweep you, generally. Water types are just like, we're here to ruin your day. I don't have fun fighting them, and I don't have fun using them. Anyways, yeah, a legendary steel fairy would be pretty brutal. A +1 to everything? That's nuts. +1 attack. I mean, that's still pretty nuts. Man. Yeah, compared to other steel fairies, like, let's see, Mile Steel Fairy, that one was pretty decent, but only as long as we had Mega Evolution. Klefki, of course. And then, was that Clockwork thing Steel Fairy? There was like a Clockwork mythical one. Was that Steel Fairy or was that pure Steel type? I forget. I never managed to get it because it had like really weird distribution. They're like, this is part of Gen 7, and then they didn't distribute it until Gen 8 or some shit like that. It was a shame. I thought it looked pretty cool, but I might be thinking of Diancie. Because that one's like fairy rock type. It's also a cool type. I'm doing the all grass run now, but I wouldn't mind doing an all rock type in one of the games. It might be Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon has a lot of cool rock types, including, obviously, my favorite, Gigalith. It's also got, like, the dog thing. It's got, presumably some fossil Pokemon, which is always fun. Sudowoodo, which I've never had a chance to use. I want to use a Sudowoodo, but I've never used it. But I'd have to actually be able to stream those games to Twitch, which is a little bit trickier because 3DS. Zacian's signature move, Behemoth Blade. Steel type attack, 100 power and accuracy. Fair. Doubles if used on a Dynamax. Oh, that is... So it's basically a direct counter for Dynamaxing. Oh, that's rough. I mean, it's a really cool idea. That's really rough. Especially given its other already busted traits. They should give Behemoth Blade to Cobalion, Virizion, and Terrakion, because they're like the Three Musketeers, and they've got Sacred Sword. They should just merge Sacred Sword and Behemoth Blade into one move. Yeah, it would be a direct counter for everything being that strong. Does it also hit through Protect and stuff? Because I know some of the moves now are like, I see that you're using Protect, but we're going to hit you anyway. It's a little bit brutal. That was Z moves, though. I also had mixed feelings on Z moves. I have to sacrifice an entire hold item slot for a single move. Okay, well that's something at least. But I mean, if you're reduced to using Protect to save yourself against that move, it's already too late, I'm sure. Get Sacred Sword too? I mean, that makes perfect sense. Even, Oh, no, I meant to kill that. Whoops. Even Honedge gets Sacred Sword. That's pretty brutal, though. That's... Yeah, I can see why people aren't a fan of it. I can also... That explains why sometimes you see people be like, this is my unbeatable team, and then it's just 6 Zacians. No wonder people make YouTube videos about beating those teams. Let's see. That could be a fun stream someday. My poor attempt at entering Pokemon Showdown. Oh, but the meta's all Gen 8, and I can't use my favorite Pokemon because they're not in it, so what's the point? What's your attack looking like now? 84. Oh, jeez. That's amazing. 69, 73, 84, 70. I mean, I kind of want to get you started on that one. Calyrex and Spectrider. I assume it's similar, like functionally similar to Black and White Kyurem. As in, like, you need those two Pokemon and they merge and become way more powerful. I'm stealing the other Pokemon's berries. It has 2 Really? They could have done 2 abilities this whole time, and they've been sticking Pokemon with Levitate. They could have had Levitate and another ability on Pokemon this whole time. Okay, now I'm a little bit mad. Oh, it's because I'm using Bug Bite. I was trying to figure out why I keep stealing Pokemon's berries. That's funny. Ooh, now I wonder if there's a way to steal if any Pokemon have the EV-reducing berries. I really doubt it, but that might be the only way to get them. If I get a Pokemon with Thief. Anyways, sorry, what are the, what abilities does this insane Pokemon have? Death to Pidove. Violent, angry death. Boop. For Timber. And smack him right down. There we go. Ready? +4 attack. I love you so much, Carmen. Attack of 88. My attack is finally equal to my HP, which is kind of insane. Speed is 72. Very nice. Can't wait to be able to get, like, Cross Scissor and ruin everyone's day. Okay, Unnerve prevents the opponent from eating berries. What does Grim Knight do? And I assume that is intentionally N-E-I-G-H-T because it's a horse, so like neigh. Sturdy, bleh. Bug Bite. Hehe. So does it actually have 2 ability slots, or does it just have an ability that's like so busted that it has the effects of 2 other abilities? Because either one is kind of unfair, but at least the one is like a little bit less game-breaking. Negates your berries and boosts its special attack. Oh! Okay, so yeah, it's Moxie. Oh, yeah, you said that. Huh, yeah, that's pretty scary. How often do berries get used in competitive? Like, I know berries are pretty useful, but is that, like, super frequent, or do people mostly use, like, Focus Sash and stuff? Oh, wow, okay, yeah, that's just busted. Like, it makes sense, because it's literally a Pokemon riding on top of another Pokemon, but that's not... that's not fair. Another insane base speed, okay. It's got all the speed of the horse Pokemon with all the attack of the rider Pokemon, I bet. We took these 2 Pokemon and took the best stats from both of them and combined them together to make a new Pokemon called I Ruined Your Lifeemon. Special attack of 165, okay. Also pretty nuts. Oop. Which is funny, because for a long time, Pokemon was kind of against power creep. Because they would, like, introduce new Pokemon, but the Gen 1 Pokemon would frequently still be better. Or at least have better stats. So it's interesting that now they've decided to throw that out the window and be like, if you want to be good at Pokemon, buy the new games. Yup, fast, hits like a train, always a popular combination. Yeah, I wouldn't want to deal with it. Oh, I can take him out with one hit even with Bug Bite? Guess I've got like 20 levels on him, but still. It's like a train. Special train. Signature move. Okay, I mean... fair. That's... not great, but still. You know, that's Earthquake. Although, again, it's a special Earth... Actually, yeah, how many special attacks actually hit multiple foes? Oh, so it's beefier Earthquake. And special attack, since most Pokemon have defense rather than special defense. So that's just... that's lovely. Honestly, that is kind of... that's kind of a brutal... Oh, it's Ghost, so almost nothing resists it, then. I guess get stock in normal types, because, like, Ghost types is one of the most powerful, or most prevalent neutral attacks. So that's pretty rough. I see why people hate this thing. Let's see, Mega Drain, this should do it. You go, Cauliflower. Yeah, they just went kind of nuts with the attack there, huh? Man. Which is a shame, because they did add some really cool new attacks. Like, I like Freeze Burn or whatever. Whatever that move is that they added that is like an ice type that's effective against water. And I think that concept is really cool. Ah, Will-O-Wisp, of course, with that speed, so basically nothing can threaten it with physical attacks. Because it'll just use that and cut down your attack by like 75%. Yeah, that seems... that does seem a bit rough. I mean, on the other hand, it makes sense, because from what I've seen, it's clearly, like, inspired by the Headless Horseman, which is a myth that's pretty closely tied with the Will-O-the-Wisp. So, thematically it makes sense, but mechanically it does seem a bit busted. Yeah, that's the one. And Water Ground needed a nerf. They're already resistant to everything except grass types. Water Ground deserved to have Freeze Dry exist. Yay. But yeah, I just think it's cool that they have, like, actual moves that actually do something different other than, this is this element, but slightly more or less powerful. Basically, I want Freeze Dry in Pokemon Go, because I'm sick of having to deal with people and their stupid Swamperts. Swampert is a curse. $89. I can probably get this attack up to 100. Unless I've already somehow maxed out the attack EVs. Strong but not broken? That makes sense. You'd hope that's what a legendary would be. I saw that they added more Regis, but, like, really weird. Like, the original Regis are, like, statues made out of actual materials, like stone, ice, and whatever. Stone, ice, and steel. Then they're like, what if we made a statue out of electricity? That makes sense. This is Regi Lightning. Or Regi Dragon, which I guess if they had made it out of, like, dragon bones or something would be cool, but it doesn't look like it is. It's just weird. I don't like the new Regis. Urshifu? Oh yeah, I saw that. It just looks like a weird offshoot of the monkeys from Sun and Moon. Water or dark? Well, we know how I feel about water type, but... Urshifu. That one sounds funny anyway. Water type? Yeah. Okay. And I assume its other type is fighting, because it's a Shifu, so it's like a Kung Fu master. Die, my little tadpole friend. Fighting water, okay. I'll admit, it's about time we had another one of those. I've never been a fan of the, whatever that one is from Gen 1. Blanking on the name. Not Politoed, that's the pure water version. Poliwrath? Yeah, I've never been a fan of Poliwrath, so... I will say it's kind of neat to have another water fighting type. Even if it is legendary. Legendary Pokemon are weird. They're like both the only Pokemon that count because they're that much more powerful, but they're also not. They also don't count because they never show up. Hello, Alice? Yeah, fine, Poliwag is cute. I just don't like what it evolves into. Okay. 97 speed, 130 attack. Pretty strong, but not nearly as threatening as the other ones you mentioned, Kensho. How's the family stuff going, Alice? I'm doing the not fun part of Pokemon training. Training effort values. Means I have to count things. Move power back. It's probably... You're probably not the first person to lie to their family about making money. Boop. 40. We're almost halfway there! Halfway there! Halfway there! Signature move, water type 3 hit. Oh. I hate multi-hit moves. Oh, multi-hit move with 100 accuracy? Okay, that's not... What? Okay, that's busted as hell. What? What are they smoking at Game Freak nowadays? Oh right, they're smoking literal $100 bills. In Game Freak. We're talking about the new Pokemon that they've added in some of the newer games that are very busted and a little bit unfair to fight against, at least. Now, is there an advantage to Gigantamax versus just regular Gigamax or whatever. I know that they have like different forms, but I don't know mechanically what the difference is. Come on, give me Sock. Oh. Of course you would like OP Alice. You probably would use them and then be like, I'm very good at the game. Which is fair, I suppose. Oh, so they basically do the thing that I was saying annoyed me about regular Gigamax. And they get to be special while Gigantamaxing. That's great. You were great at Super Smash. Did you use Pit and just do the thing? Oh, Kirby. Yeah, that makes sense too. Kirby's fun. I like using Kirby in Smash because I get the hammer nowadays. Yes, Sock. More of these, please. My training time in half. Of course, Meta Knight. He's called Meta Knight because he breaks the meta. The Dynamax Eevee has the regular normal type move. Dude, slows foes. Okay. Sounds like my roommate's home. I don't think he realizes I'm streaming. I hear singing. I'm not acknowledging that statement, Alice. Timber! Here's a Pompadour. He's a very cool Pokemon. We'll beat you with 2x4. Look, I know Kirby sucks, but not as much as Kirby players. Gigantamax Eevee transforms its normal type moves into signature move. Oh, it uses Attract. Huh. Attract is one of those moves that's like kind of busted, but only in the right situation. But if you can use it along with another move, that's pretty busted. Why is he Russian? I don't know. Everyone knows the classic Russian hairstyle, the pompadour. Look, maybe I just thought it would be funny, okay? Yeah, using Attract and doing damage in the same move is pretty busted. They've gone really all in on giving Eevee all the special stuff lately. Which is fair. I like Eevee. Eevee's cute. But I don't like them rubbing it in my face how cute Eevee is. It's self-evident. I can look at Eevee and be like, that's a cute Pokemon. I don't need you to keep telling me, Game Freak. Eevee's the cutest? I mean, she is very precious. Almost at 48. Again, almost halfway there! Halfway there! Halfway there! Yeah. Well, could be worse. There's worse Pokemon to push on everyone. I'll be honest, I've never liked Pikachu. Like, I'm sure that's fairly controversial, but Pikachu is just... it's Pikachu, it's fine. Funny enough, I do like using Pikachu in Smash, but like, other than that, it's like, yeah, I get it, it's the mascot, but I don't care about it. If anything, I like Raichu more. Boom, 50. 50 more to go. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. I guess I don't hate it. I just don't have any positive vibes towards Pikachu. There's other electric types I like more, like Emolga. Max EV Pokemon only wants to play. Man, Pokemon has gotten dark recently with their Pokédex entries. It's a Thunder Mouse? It's a capitalist is what it is, Alice. It's a capitalist Thunder Mouse. It's basically Pokemon's version of Mickey Mouse. Well, Eevee's cuteness isn't normally a trap. Normally it just loves you. Unless it's Sylveon, then it's 100% a trap. That thing looks like Cubey for a reason. Pikachu's based on a squirrel? Wait, isn't it literally called the Electric Rat Pokemon, though? Oh, speaking of squirrel Pokemon, Pachirisu is adorable. I don't know, I'm just kind of a contrarian, probably. So, like, Pikachu's fine. I probably just don't like it because everyone else likes it. Oh, did you just discover the original Pikachu design? Chonkachu. Everyone loves fat Pikachu. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Localization does do that kind of thing. To be fair, even without the localization, I still think I would have thought rat over squirrel. Because the ears. I mean, I know both squirrels and mice have, like, the rounded ears, but since it doesn't have the rounded ears, it has the pointed ones, it feels more rat-like to me. And especially since Raichu has the really thin tail. Like, I can see where the initial confusion would have come from, but, like, I honestly kind of feel it's more of a rat than a squirrel. But that's species biology for you. Sometimes things are like, this should be this. And then turns out they're not. Like koalas. Saw a picture of a koala's paw today, just no context. I don't know why, I was just scrolling the internet. Apparently they have 2 thumbs on each hand, which is wild. I mean, it would be a rodent either way, if it's a rat or a squirrel. Does have a rat element, that's where the chew comes from. Interpretation of mouse sounds, that makes sense. You know what I learned recently? Well, not that recently, but since we have a bunny in the chat, apparently rabbits are not rodents. Apparently they are lagomorphs, which is, again, apparently a different thing. Koala's constantly high. Yeah, that's why they're always so angry all the time, I'm pretty sure. Speed, attack. Alright. There you go. Getting some good speed on Carmen. And always have fantastic attack. Oh yeah, Emolga 100% best Pikachu. Like, of all the Pikachu clones, Emolga is just precious. Have I found one yet? I don't know if I've seen one. I want to show it. Have I encountered Emolga? I love this thing. Doop doop doop, scrolling down the Pokédex to find the cutest flying squirrel. I also love this. I just like rock types. No, I haven't encountered anyone with an Emolga yet, so I can't show it. But, for those that don't know, it's a flying squirrel Pokemon that also is electric. So it's like Pokemon, or it's like Pokemon. It's like Pikachu, but better. Yeah, it's literally a flying squirrel. If this EV training wraps up soon, which it doesn't look like it will, I might still fight Elesa tonight. Feeling... This stream's getting a little long, but I'm feeling up to it, so... I might fight Elesa so I can show off what Emolga looks like. Iris has something other than dragon types in the anime? She is a girl of good taste. Oop. Emolga is... yeah. It's also fairly solid. Like, it has its issues since it can't evolve at any point, so it's not terribly strong, but it's got its niche. Like, electric type, the flying electric completely eradicates the one weakness electric type has, and having electric type covers a couple of the flying type weaknesses. It's really good. Well, of course they're hungry at 5. They get up at an ungodly hour of the morning. But no worries, I'm glad you're able to make it. Oh, Excadrill, that thing is actually really tiny. Like, it feels like it should be huge, but then, at least according to Pokemon Go, it's like knee-high. Yeah, Excadrill is a weird Pokemon, because I feel like I used to really like it, because it just looked so cool, but now I'm sick of it, because I have so much trouble every time I have to fight one, because it's part Steel type. Alright, there we go. Having to deal with Screaming Baby, never fun. Oh yeah, that's a fun fact for anyone who doesn't know it. If Pokemon share an egg group, that means they can breed together in the Pokemon daycare. And Skitty is a cat. Wailord is a whale-sized whale, and they share an egg group. So, yeah, that is... yeah. I'm not even sure that's the worst combination, because, like, there's some pretty sketch ones out there, but that's one of the most notable. Then, of course, there's Ditto that's so good at reproducing, it can even reproduce with genderless Pokemon. Look, They don't know how it got there, but the Pokemon just happened to be holding an egg. Somehow, this Pokemon is holding an egg. Yeah, I'm sure there's worse combinations. Crocodile with Dedenne. Yeah, that's kind of worse, because that's like a, because that's more of a predator-prey relationship, as opposed to, Skitty and Wailord, which is just funny because they're different sizes. Crocodile would just eat Dedenne. No, Alice, what's even worse about the daycare in this game is it's actually next to a regular daycare. Like, there's the Pokemon daycare, and then right next door is the children daycare. Which, I guess if the only thing you knew about the daycare was that they raise your Pokemon to be big and strong, isn't that weird? But, is a little bit weirder, knowing the full context of the Pokemon daycare. But yeah, Pokemon. Crocodile and Esper. And Esper was a weird Pokemon. Remember when that game came out and there were just all the memes of Esper just like staring off into space and imagining the death of the universe? Esper was such a weird Pokemon, but I loved the memes about it. Are Esper seriously that short, though? Now we know. Esper has the magic ability to see into its own Rule 34. .3 meters tall. How tall is that actually? Okay, so it's about a foot tall. Versus... Crocodile is... Okay, yeah, that's a pretty significant size difference. I mean, I could tell anyway, just because fractions, but I was trying to picture the actual relative sizes in my head. Crocodile's huge. Most Pokemon aren't 2 meters. It's also psychic, so not only does it see things, it sees things ahead of time. Being some Pokemon is suffering. Like in X and Y, or no, in Sun and Moon, there's a berry Pokemon called Bounsweet that looks and smells like a delicious berry. Everyone thinks it's being cute when it's running around, but it's actually in constant fear of its life that other Pokemon will eat it. Poor Bounsweet. And it evolves into Tsarina, and it's like, ah, yes, it was scared of getting bored, so it decided to step on you. Or kick you in the nethers. Either one. Or ruin the complete game balance in Pokemon Unite. Anyways, so I hear, anyway. Tsarina is... I haven't seen much about Hatterene, other than people looted her a lot. Wait, are Bonsly known to be loud? I thought their whole thing was pretending to be a tree. Yeah, I'd love to... I need to play a game that has, like, a Bonsly. On my list of Pokemon that I haven't trained before but really want to, there's Bonsly, there's Crustle, there's Loudred, or rather Exploud. Never gotten a chance to, like, run a game with that. I think those are kind of the main three that I've never had a chance to play as. Can't think of any others off the moment. I wish I was a tree. Oh, Bonsly cry about water. Oh, that explains why they act like they do in Super Smash. I'm gonna pretend to be a tree, but then also freak out if anyone treats me like a tree and puts water on me. Cry a lot, but are you scared of water is the question. I think the moral of this lesson is my favorite Pokemon are the ones that look like trees. Which is funny, because I don't actually like Trevenant that much. It's like a spooky cursed tree. I've never really cared for the Halloween tree aesthetic. So like Sudowoodo, Torterra, Sawsbuck, I love all of them. Even Go-Goat. Go-Goat's pretty cool. But it's still like a less cool Sawsbuck. Moral of the story. I mean, that's also true. Pokemon are capable of a lot. I mean, when you just think about it, any Pokemon that can control the weather is at least a statewide threat, if not a national one. And a lot of Pokemon can control the weather. Let's see, of the Pokemon on my team, what could constitute a national threat? I don't think many. Honestly, I have some fairly down-to-earth Pokemon on my team. This guy's got Dig, so he could dig in or out of any building. I mean, he doesn't yet, but he will. Of course, they can all learn Toxic, which, yeah. Lantern has the energy to nuke the entire... What? Oh, that's gotta be one of those things that comes from like a weird typo in the Pokédex. How does Lantern have that much power? Battle 69. Nice. Wait, what song? Do, 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 do. Another battle. Almost done training this one. Well, sort of. I haven't trained its speed, but there's not really a good place to do that. Oh, Toxic? I think the song I'm thinking of is Poison, not Toxic. By, is it Alice Cooper? No. Poison! Poison running through my veins, you're poison! Guys, get Oz here to put on a playlist? Yeah, that seems suitable. Aha, you got razor leafed, kid. Your kung fu is no match for this leaf. Yes. More of these, you make my training go faster because you're stronger. Oh, it's a Britney Spears song? That would explain why I don't know it off the top of my head. But yeah, tell me again about Lantern and being able to nuke the universe, because that's somewhat significant. Makes me think of that thing with Mag Cargo or whatever, the little lava slug thing. Being able to just, like... It's basically as hot as the surface of the sun, so if you let it out of its Pokeball, it would set off basically a megaton explosion. Okay, fine, you can send it to me, but it's not getting played on stream. It's copyright. That's... Timber! That's also a fun song. We're going down, we're yelling timber. That's all I know of it, so I don't know if it's a good song or not, but that line is catchy. How dare you avoid my attack. Get leafed on. The best part of Carmen is, if she wanted to, she totally could dab. She doesn't want to, but she totally could. Okay, Lantern is capable of irradiating? So it's capable of blinding people at 3 miles? Okay, I'm not sure how that would be... I mean, I'm assuming they figure, like, how much energy would be needed to produce enough light at that power, but... You could also get the same effect with just a laser. Like, you could blind someone from 3 miles away with a laser. It's just about focused light, right? Okay, now here's the classic question that everyone was arguing about a few months ago. Who would win in a fight? 1 billion lions... 1 billion lions, or... one of every kind of Pokemon? Who would win in a fight? I gotta say the Pokemon would win, because I'm pretty sure Rayquaza itself could take out all 1 billion lions. Yeah, you got Rayquaza, it can just chill in space, and there's nothing the lions can do about it. Not to mention, you know, God. Yeah, exactly. You got Kyurem, who's able to flood the entire world, in theory. Not to mention Deoxys, which almost did destroy the world by just being nearby with an asteroid. Up. Plus, there's just the ones that wouldn't get affected, like the steel types. It's like, what's a lion gonna do that? I guess if you wanted to treat it like mechanically or whatever, and be like, well, but the lion's no bite, and that's a dark type move, so it would be able to affect ghost types. And it's like, okay, sure, but like, if you're gonna do that, then Earthquake is able to hit all the lions at once, so... You know, I haven't seen many of the Pokemon movies. I've seen, like... I want to say 3? I've seen the original one with Mewtwo ages ago. I think I saw the one with, Genesect versus what's probably a different Mewtwo? Because, like, she had a female voice? And I've seen the one where Ash accidentally went on a date with Latias. Use your indoor voice, Entei. Entei fell asleep. Entei ran away. What? Oh, they did confirm that it's 2 separate Mewtwo's? That actually makes me really happy. I always liked the idea that it was 2 different Mewtwo's. The time travel... Oh, Celebi? Did I see that? I might have seen that. I feel like I binged a lot of them at one point because they were like actually on TV for once. But I'm not sure if I actually saw the entire movies or not. I think I just saw parts. Oh, I saw part of the black and white one with Reshiram and Zekrom. That was also fun. So I guess I've seen a bit more than I thought. Yeah, Celebi's pretty cute. Little onion fairy thing. Then there's Pink Celebi, which is like Celebi but pink. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I've definitely seen more of the movies than I thought, because I've definitely seen at least part of the one with Lucario. Where did I watch all these? Because I did not go out of my way to watch these. They must have just been, like, on television when I was sick one week as a kid or something. Anime Mewtwo and Genesect movie Mewtwo. It's the only time it's actually appeared. Yeah, I know the one in the Genesect movie can Mega Evolve, but I wasn't 100% sure that was enough proof to count it as a separate entity of Mewtwo. I always based it off the voice, because like the Pokemon the movie Mewtwo has the very masculine voice, and Genesect Mewtwo has a very feminine voice. Well, not very feminine, but feminine, so... I like the idea that they aren't alone in the universe. But they'll probably never have them meet and confirm anything. Oh, really? That's interesting. I guess I just assumed that was an update in the animation style, but if that's intentional, that's very interesting. Oh my gosh, have you ever read the webcomic Mew and Mewtwo? Because that's really cute, and they actually approach that and have the 2 different Mewtwo meet. That's a very cute comic. Because it's just... It has Mewtwo come and live in Ash's house with Mew, and it's just like... It's this big, terrifying alien monstrosity, but it also acts like a cat and, like, sleeps in a tiny cat bed. It's hilarious. Attack 100. Boom. I was hoping I'd be able to hit that. Speed of 79, too. Ah, Carmen, you're so strong. Praise Huey. Oh, was that what they called one of the Mewtwo? Mew sending Mewtwo to his bedroom because he's acting up. You can't tell me what to do, you're not my real mother. Mew! Fine. Oh, screw you and your sturdy sock. This just in. Local insect wins martial arts tournament using nothing but a leaf it found on the ground. My attack is now greater than my HP. It should not be allowed, and yet here we are. Genesect Mewtwo. Oh yeah, I had seen the shiny, but I didn't know the context. I didn't know that's where it came from. Cool. Yeah, I haven't caught up because, like, I didn't Now that I think about it, I don't think I actually read the comic. I just saw the people that were, helping hand, that's useless to me, that were putting dubs of the comic on YouTube. I never actually got around to finding the original comics, so... That's hilarious, though. Yeah, I need to catch up. I guess I didn't realize it was still ongoing. I assumed it was older, just... It was about Mewtwo, I guess. I love finding out that fandom stuff that I thought was gone, but is still alive. I am a meme-loving fuck, as one of my college friends would have said. I do enjoy my memes. A little bit too much, admittedly. But I mean, come on, sending the giant, scary cat man alien to his room because he knocked over a glass with his psychic powers, that's hilarious. Oh! Remember that big trend that happened a couple years ago where people, like, they were mimicking the naughty pet pictures? Because, like, people would take a picture with their pet holding a sign of whatever naughty thing they did. So then people took that and did it with Pokemon, like, I got overexcited and set the house on fire. Or, I used my psychic powers to drop the keys in the toilet. Pokemon Uranium. Oh yeah, I saw something about that. I've not really played any, oh, what is the term for those? Not emulators, I don't think. But I've never played any of the modded Pokemon games, but yeah, they get knocked down pretty harshly by Nintendo, which is a shame because they're probably better balanced. I summoned a black hole even though Or I transformed into my trainer and ruined a 3-year relationship. All those are fun. I got into the junk drawer and ate all the batteries. When I get nervous, I start to summon sandstorms in the house. They're all... I love those. Mewtwo holding up a sign, looking slightly annoyed. The sign says, I murdered the people who created me. We haven't had rain in weeks because I'm a big baby who doesn't like clouds. That one was Rayquaza, I think. I'm gonna have to find some of those. Those were good. I should draw one. I've never drawn one. But I do enjoy drawing Pokemon occasionally. It's so much easier than people. Like, way easier than people. Oh, just all the Kyogre and Groudon fighting memes are so good. It's too dry, it's too wet, it's too dry, it's too wet. Kids, behave. Yes, Rayquaza. Yeah, they're super cute. Basically, I just love Pokemon. I just wish the games were a little bit better. This one's pretty alright, though. I like this one. Gardevoir holding up a sign. I looked myself up on the internet even though they told me not to. Yeah, Rayquaza's either like the dad or the big brother of that trio. Because you got Groudon, who wants to cause drought across the entire world, Kyogre, who wants to flood it, and Rayquaza, who wants them both to just go the fuck to sleep. Yeah, also that stupid image of Groudon on a tiny little island in the middle of an ocean trying to face Kyogre, who has type advantage. A poorly thought out plan. They could have made it so that they were like on the beach or something, and they both had a roughly equal amount of stuff going on, but no, they put him in the middle of the ocean in a rainstorm. And he's a fire type. I guess he's a ground type, but still, it's not a good day for him. It's just it's a mistake, frankly. This gets us to 90. 10 more battles, roughly. And Carmen should be done with attack. Unlike Peter, I don't think she's had enough battle to max out her other EVs. No idea where she is on speed, but a little bit extra speed couldn't hurt. I'll have to figure out where to get speed EVs. I mean, these guys, of course, but I don't know how many of these I've actually fought. I'd say maybe a third of my battles have been against these things. Guess I could look up the actual distribution rates, but let's say a third. That would be probably 100 EVs, speed EVs. That's probably, I don't know. Ooh, I love Catan. Very fun. I have it on Steam, but I never got it to actually work. Well, if you go play Catan, have fun. Thanks for coming into the stream. And, dominate everything. In the name of conquest, of course. Now that I think of it, Rayquaza should have been your plant type. That would have been pretty interesting. That would have been pretty interesting, and are there any grass-type legendaries? I guess there's Celebi and, like, Shaman, but they don't really count because they're not that strong. But that would have been pretty interesting mechanically. Well, okay, Arceus. I don't think Arceus counts, but Silvally. Oh, wait. Where did you show up? Silvally isn't legendary, is it? Like, I know the Pokemon you're talking about, because it's like an artificial Arceus, but really? It's counted as legendary? That's so bizarre, because you can get like 3 of them in the game. Huh. Well. But no, I probably wouldn't count it, because it needs, I think, a held item in order to be that type. Yeah, I'd love to have legendaries of every type, because, like, we don't... I guess we have Genesect for bug type, but that's not a lot. And you could do some pretty cool stuff with a bug type legendary. Like, bugs are terrifying. The plague spider has fallen out of the world. Yeah. Oh, Xerneas could have been cool as a grass type. 93. Yeah, Xerneas would have been cool. Yeah, I'd love like a big grass elemental type legendary. Like something kind of similar to the... something kind of similar to Regigigas. Regigigas could have been grass type. Xerneas turns into a tree? Oh yeah, it absolutely should have been like Grass Fairy then. I don't know as much about Xerneas because I got Pokemon X, so I could get Yveltal. Which, now that I think about it, is weird. I feel like you probably should have been the other way. Did I get Y? I got the one with Yveltal, either way. Okay, I guess I have Y then. Why though? Regigrass. Yeah. Or Regitrigus. Regiwood. Yeah, I guess I had Pokemon Y then. Bye, Alice. Thanks for coming. Sounds good. Let's see. It's Y now. The final evolution of Wobbuffet. Why though? I just need like 6 more attack EVs. I can be done. Be freed from this hell. No, it's not. This is actually quite a nice area. Furret is an interesting Pokemon because it's like super not scary, but it's also just adorable and fluffy. But also, wow, it's huge. It's me, Sergeant Vuxton. Oh, that's... Never mind, that's not a Pokemon reference. That's... First Contact, or is it Second Contact? I don't know. Sergeant Vuxton is a fun character in a online serial that I read. Or, well, read, and then I stopped reading for a bit, and it got way ahead of me, and I haven't caught back up yet. But... very cool, cute, fuzzy alien thing that is also in the Space Navy. And I always imagine that he looks like Furret. Even though I am told he most assuredly does not. But I don't care. Furret wearing power armor. Actually, now that I've done this EV training, I would be kind of interested to try the battle subway again. I might try one set of battles in the battle subway once I get back to town. Pokemon is a kid's franchise. Yeah, I saw a video about Cynthia getting stabbed through the heart by Rayquaza and then thrown in the ocean to die. She got better though, but still. Poor Cynthia. She just has the worst luck. Zinnia? It's Zinnia, isn't it? Like, they wouldn't name her something so close to Cynthia. Alright. Yeah, exactly, her. I liked her. She had a really cool design. Alright. It's us to 99. Times 2, of course, because Macho Brace. So, one more attack-type battle. That'll wrap up this stage of EV training. And technically we have another Pokemon to do. Well, we have several more Pokemon to do, but I'm not going to do them right now. Wait, what's this? Like, literally? Or just, like, they get beaten really bad by Team Plasma? Because that's quite extreme. What the hell? That's amazing. Wow. How did that get in? That's amazing. Welcome to Fallout New Unova. It's Kaiser's Legion. We're here to take over. En's Legion. That is a lot. I know it's not exactly a children's manga, but that's a lot. And the worst part is I can't even say I don't believe it, because, yeah, that seems on brand. Alright. This is the last one for this. Oops. Close my counter, but that's fine, because I don't need it. Once I wrap this up, I think I'm gonna call it an evening. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would not have assumed that was an official release either. That's nuts. Alright. Shoot. I need to talk to her again. Well, it's about time I need to finish up the stream. Let me take a look. Final results. Attack 105. That was still raising, so we might not have maxed out her attack EVs. But we'll be pretty close. She got at least 200, and she probably had at least 30 to begin with, because I know I've done a little bit of EV training with her already. So, should be pretty close. Speed, probably also a decent amount, but I wouldn't expect that it's maxed out. But I'll do some research and see if there's another good place to train speed effort values. And I'll tackle that next time. Also, defense and HP for Cauliflower is gonna be a huge pain, but probably very beneficial, especially once I'm able to get, like, Toxic and Protect. Leftovers, I think, is post-game. I don't think I can get Leftovers until after the Elite Four, which sucks a little bit, but help a lot. Yeah, I was actually working here for attack EVs because it's a little bit faster since there's the sock. And even though it's not perfect, I also did, since it's not all attack EVs, but the only other thing is Temple, which does speed, I figured it was fine because I was getting attack and speed together. speed EVs, it seems like the best place is to do it with Surf, because Basculin gives 2, but I don't have Surf yet. The real trick is special defense and special attack. Let me see, on this guide, provided by Maryland, I need Celestial Tower for, like, the best special attack place, but that's painful because I need to fight Litwick. And Petalil does not learn any non-grass type attacks. Except, I guess, technically you get Secret Power, but it's poison type, so it's not really that helpful. Special defense. There's a Pokemon in Relic Castle, but it's only once you can access Volcarona's room, which don't think... Well, I don't need special defense. I guess I need and special attack. So, that'll be a bit of a pain, but we'll see. Yeah, just planning things out for next time. This will probably be next week, since I'm expecting my next 2 streams to be Minecraft, but yeah, that's the plan. Looking forward to it. So, for now, I'll save up the game, and I'm gonna call it an evening. Thank you everyone who stopped by and keeping this chat lively. Thank you, Kensho. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And once this EV training is done, we're going to basically slaughter the rest of the gyms. At least that's the goal. Anyway. Alright. Thank you, and good night, everybody.